Well, this is a moment when you either step up and you're a have-a-go hero, or perhaps some people might say you take the sensible option and just hide in the shadows, but it's a terrible ethical dilemma, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, what do you do? I mean, if you're in that situation, you'd like to think you'd get involved and you'd sort something out, but in reality, you don't know till you're there.
No.
Well, he's neutered quite a bit, isn't he, by everything that's happened to him in the recent couple of years, isn't he?
Yeah. There was Ruby's death with the ambulance, with the helicopter, sorry, which he felt guilty for, which made him want to become a paramedic. There's all the problems he's had with Kerry and, you know, losing confidence in his relationship and everything as well. And then his son's gone off as well, and he was injured in the army as well. And there's lots of things that affect his emotions and his confidence. And although Dan has always really stepped back from violence, that's always been his thing to kind of take the other route.
You wonder what this will have, sort of the impact this will have on him, because I don't doubt he's going to turn around and think, I should have tried to do something.
Yeah, that is going to be an ongoing story for a while, really, where does he go with this? Because immediately he is going to feel guilty, like any of us would. You've got an old guy there who's getting attacked.
Defenceless, yeah.
And you're just standing by and doing nothing about it.
Anything like that happen to you? Have you been in that kind of place where you thought, should I step in, should I stand back?
Yeah, not violence as such, but I remember about around a year ago, around the sort of the period of Brexit, I was in Manchester and there was a guy just doing a speech about anti-fascism sort of speech. And this guy came up and started spouting some real sort of right-wing abuse, and I was gobsmacked, because Manchester's not like that, you know. It never has been, never had anything like that. And I stood there frozen, thinking, what do you say? And luckily, other people got involved and shouted this guy down. That's the only type of thing, really. Yeah.
Have you run that moment back in your head quite a lot since and wondered what you might have done differently?
Wish I had said something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of us get that these days, you know.
Whether it's littering or worse, you do wonder, don't you, whether you're going to make something more difficult for yourself by
you'd step up to the plate. Light and shade for you, though, sir, over the last few years. I mean, you've been in the show how long now?
5.5 years already. And
you came in with a twinkle in your eye and, you know, and a belly laugh or two.
Yeah, only for a few episodes as well, though, wasn't it?
6 episodes originally, yeah.
And you're still here?
Nearly 600 now.
600?
Yeah. Frightening.
Yeah. When you started on Emmerdale, it wasn't actually the first time that you'd been in Emmerdale.
No, I'd been in it a couple of times, usually wearing a police uniform, remember rightly.
Right.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you could, if you're once out of the uniform, you're not the same person, you're not the same character? So
supposedly not, yeah. As long as you've got 18 months between characters, you're OK. But, yeah, I think I did it 2 or 3 times before. You lose track over this.
Yeah. So when you were there as an extra or a police officer, were you secretly angling lines to the script writers and thinking...
I was desperate.
Did you lean in like this to pull focus? I always do. Just get really awkwardly close to the guest.
That's the one.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's what we all want. And you've got to just plug away at it and do all bits and bobs and, you know, you go in for a couple of episodes, you do a few lines here and there, and then eventually, if you keep at it, you get that. I'm a great believer in it. Whatever you want to do in life,
do it.
Just keep going, and eventually you'll break the door down and
you'll wear them down.
So very quickly, you're dancing for a very special reason. I couldn't help but cast a glad eye over the man. I've known him a long time, and you've dropped a dress size for a very special cause.
What?
He's got the moves.
Yeah, I'm doing a dance event at Bolton Wanderers on Friday night. Wow. Doing a rumba.
Is this since they got promoted?
Well, possibly. It's for Christie Hospital. So there's a few of us from Emmerdale. We've got Scott Quigg, the boxer, who's judging, Jason Jarrett, ex-footballer.
Scott Quigg's judging?
Yeah,
supposedly. The rumba. He's big into his rumba, then, clearly.
He is now. That's about. But it should be great.
Oh, what a fantastic
Why don't you dust off that copper's uniform and I'll show you some moves, all right?
I'm up for that.
Never get dressed up for a policeman for Richard. You'd only ever do it once. Liam, trust me. Lovely tea, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
And we're very much looking forward to seeing this the storyline unfold as well. It's good to have you.
Great stuff, thank you.